Hey fans, this is your girl from Mel's Mat Chat. This is episode 300. I'm sorry. How is everybody doing on this hot Friday? I'm doing well. I am not happy. I had to restart this whole stream because, of course, my internet is being an asshole. This is why I hate going live. I love going live, but I hate going live because of the interruptions and stuff like that. So, hopefully everybody's having a good day. I am just relaxing. It's been a stressful week. I'm hoping that we can, get through this and without having issues, because I'm not thrilled about having to start this all over again, because I want to get through this. I want to enjoy the rest of my Friday evening and whatnot. So um, it's episode 300 and everything. So I'm not really doing anything big for this. It's just 300, big deal. But and just gonna go with the rest of the regular week and everything like that. But please do me a favor. Go and check me out on my social media. Now, I've gotten rid of Snapchat, not by choice, but I got it taken away from me by Snapchat. Fuck Snapchat, okay? So right now I'm trying to figure everything out. I may have to get a new account, and you so I may have to do that. I may have to get a new account and everything. I'm trying to restore the one that I originally had and whatnot. So I'm praying to God that I could get it back. I put tags in and tickets in and everything like that. See, this is the problem with these apps. You can't talk to anybody, and you try to do everything email, but nobody gets it because you get on the other end and nobody understands what you're trying to get at. Now, if you had somebody to talk to, it would be phenomenal. So, I'm not going to be spending too much time. I'm just going to get to the whole giddy up and everything. But if you're wondering where Ring of Honor was, Ring of Honor was good. It was basically a supersized of Dynamite. So it didn't propel me to go out and make it a review. But I'm glad that the women main evented, and hopefully that they could get better and they could get more storylines, so they can. It's worth paying the $10 a month to watch for wrestling shows on Honor Card. I actually stopped it because I was trying to, I was trying to do it. I was trying to, but legitimately it felt like I was watching Dark, or I was watching like like a nothing show. Tony Khan should have never bought Ring of Honor. It's basically now a joke, and it is a joke because there's nothing coming out of there. It's basically people who were left Ring of Honor because it was not being used and it was not functioning, to now returning to it, and it's not its former self. It's not like when it was when Hangman and Adam Page, Adam Cole, and the Young Bucks were down there. I wish they would, do something with the promotion, like they did with NXT and all that stuff. But that's neither here or there. But anywho, also, as I just said, follow me on all my social media on TikTok. I have Facebook, Instagram, X, also known as Twitter. So go check me out there. I'm also on what else am I on? Threads. So go check all of them out. I'm still trying to make sure that my Snapchat is going to be back up and running. I'm hoping that I can at least get a new account and just start fresh. But I'm hoping for the best. So we are going to start off with what we normally do. We're going to start off with we're going to start off with AEW, and then we're going to go to WWE, and then I'm going to get you out of here. So we're going to start off Rampage, then we're going to go to Collision, and then Dynamite, and then we're going to go back, and we're going to start off, and then we're going to go to SmackDown, and then Monday Night Raw. So if you are a WWE fanatic, you want to come back and not listen to AEW, so be it. You're more than welcome to do that. Also, if you want to stay here and then I'll break and then you can go, whatever. And if you want to listen to the rest of it later on, that is WWE, so you understand what's going on and whatnot. So this weekend is the Great American Bash. I will be watching it, but I'm going to tell you, am I going to review it? I'll see. It's a wait and see type situation, so just you're gonna have to wait and see. But what do you call that? I didn't do Ring of Honor because it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just a really good Friday night pay-per-view, and I was, it was something to put on, and I was trying to make sure I was covering both that and SmackDown. And I'm telling you, that is not for the faint of heart. Watching two wrestling programs and try to keep tabs on both. So, um, so let's get to this. Let's get to AEW. Oh, do me a favor. Please go check out the people over at Harry's.com. Visit their website for all your shaving and toiletry essentials. Please do me a favor. Go check out the people over at Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com and get all your beard essentials. Please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com and check out all their waters, salsa waters, and now they have a limited time only. You can only find it in Walmart, which is the mixed berry iced tea. So go check that out. Please do me a favor. Also go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. They've come out with a Nutella coffee, which I'm getting. I'm really excited to get. I just picked up at the store and I tried it for the very first time, which is Tim Hortons maple coffee. Chef's kiss. So anywho, go check out deathwishcoffee.com. I believe it's September. They're going to be crossing the border up north, and they're going to Canada, HOG Wrestling. So go check everything out. Get all the info. It's on hogwrestling.net, and go check their next event, which is August 18th, High Intensity 10. You're going to see Matt Cardona, the House of Glory World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to take on New Japan legend Hiroshi Tanahashi. So you're going to be going that. And if you want to see it, please go check out the Premiere app. And it's $9.99 a month. So that is it. So go check everything out on the website. You can't miss it. hogwrestling.net. Now, we're going to start off with Rampage from last week. Rampage is what you could watch, either you're about to go to sleep or whatever the case may be. So yes, it's just something to watch. I'm just looking for my okay. God damn, I wish they would never change this. I really wish they would leave things alone. Now we're cooking. I'm legitimately, I don't know the today's date. The 28th. The 28th. The 28th. I'm sorry. I'm legitimately don't know the last week's date. The 21st. 19, 19, 21st, 2023. Shit. Thank God I have a backup. Thank God I got backup. Oh, Lord. I hate when my tablet decides to say, you know what, I'm not going to work today. We started off with Rampage, Rampage for the winner. The winner will be taking on Luchasaurus for the AEW TNT Championship. Two situations here, two ring situations here. Nick Wayne, Swerve, Darby Allin, and Jay Lethal are our first opponents. Darby and Lethal teamed up in one ring, as Wayne and Swerve are in another. Entrance number 5, Minoru Suzuki. Darby waits for Suzuki, who immediately walks in the ring and puts him in a dragon sleeper. Brian Cage is next, who next and hits Nick Wayne with a pump handle driver. Ethan Page is next, and he trades elbows with Suzuki. Commander comes out and DDT Swerve over the top of the Cage. Head scissors and diving headbutt to Cage. Pump handle slam, power slam to Commander by Cage. Butcher is next and lays out Page with a lariat. Big Bill is here with a boss man slam to everyone. Page evades a lethal injection and dumps Jay Lethal out. Lethal grabs Page and Suzuki dumps from behind. Suzuki and Butcher trade blows before Suzuki locks in for a Gotch style pile driver and gets back body dropped over the top by Butcher, and he's out. Butcher swings Darby into the guardrail on the outside a few times as Blade is out next and joins the attack. Isaiah is next and immediately gets cut off by Bill. Toa is out next and he's running over everyone. Matt Sydal is next as he pairs up with Brother Zay. Bishop Khan is next and teams up with Tono Leona and cleans house. Jake Hager is here and he is not thrilled by Big Bill as Cage and Bill wind up clotheslining him over the top to the floor. Quadruple team shield bomb to Darby, but Darby gets free and drop kicks everyone to the apron. Matt Hardy eliminates Jeff Jarrett from behind. Cage shield F1 5 Hardy before throwing him out. Nick Wayne pulls Swerve to the apron with a guillotine, but World Wayne's World to Khan and he's out. Assisted slice spread to Wayne by Cage and Swerve. Lariat by Cage turns Swerve inside out. Release German suplex by Swerve to Wayne. Double jump by Wayne, but Swerve sends him to the floor as Darby eliminates Toa. Swerve kicked to the back of Darby's head. Darby ducks a pump kick and sends Swerve to the apron, but Nana is here with a skateboard to the back. It's Darby, so Swerve powerbombs Darby to the back on the back of a skateboard wheels and ducks upwards. Dump trucks upwards. Hey, Chris, how are you? Darby still hands on. Swerve misses a stomp. Swerve looks for a brainbuster, but Darby gets out of and reverses it. DDT. Swerve over the top rope. Swerve hangs on. Darby takes him out with a suicide dive for the win. And we have a new number one contender for the AEW Championship, Darby Allen. So he's going to take on Luchasaurus. So that's going to be an interesting situation. Hey, Chris. We have the Acclaim versus and Daddy Ass versus QT Marshall and QTV. Boston loves the Acclaim, that's for sure. QT and Buddy Bill Billy Gunn to start back and forth to start as QT threatens a diamond cutter and Gunn attempts the famouser. But we're back to square one. Bowens hits a Kitara crusher on QT before Gunn clotheslines him outside. Caster hip toss Solo in the ring, but gets drilled with a super kick from Johnny TV behind the referee's back before we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Bowens had gotten a hot tag, cleared the ring with super kicks, diamond cutter by QT on Billy Gunn, and diving foot stomp on Solo. 1-2 scissors, 1-2, no, Sesame Timbers attempted by QT, but Caster and Bowens break it up. Solo gets caught in a Cobra clutch slam by Bill and Bill. The arrival by Bowens and the mic drop by Caster finishes this one. The winners are the Acclaim and Daddy Ass. So that is interesting. Yes, I. This is the second time that I've had to go live. Something's going on. I hate this heat. It's got to be like the perfect storm today. TBS, AEW TBS Championship. Chris Statlander versus Marina Shafir. This is actually the main event. This is why. This is why. Why is this even on my TV? Honestly, 4 minutes left of the broadcast, and the main event hasn't started. Bold move, faced by Statlander, by Shafir hits a switch and gets shoulder blocked. Matt turn. Uh, Matt turn returned by Statlander, but some knees to her stomach by Shafir, a jumping guillotine choke, push kick by Shafir, and some work in the corner before a picture perfect hip toss and a back suplex. 2 count, double armbar by Shafir, using only her legs, and now a few kicks to the body. Statlander catches a kick to the body and kicks her up an electric chair before dropping her face first onto the mat. Running European in the corner and a running boot. Delayed vertical suplex with a float over for a 2. Friday Night Fever by Statlander, but Statlander rolls through and into a leg lace, but Statlander kicks her way out of it. Discus lariat by Statlander, and the Friday Night Fever finishes this one. And that's it. Very simple, very straight through. You blinked. This was actually a waste of time even considering watching this, but I have to report it to you because I promised that I would cover AEW. Now on to last week's Collision. Okay, 122. 20. Oh Lord, my tablet is as slow as fucking molasses. I apologize. Just, sorry. All right. We started off with Collision. Tony Schiavone was in the ring to interview Ricky Starks, the winner of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Starks, hot damn, I'm the man. I know everyone is talking about the controversy. Here's the question. What does it matter? If anyone else is in my shoes, they would have done the exact same thing. I went there, got the job done the only way I know how, by any means necessary. Here's what I want to talk about. Oh, what do I do, Mel? What do I do? That's a loaded question. You got to be more specific. To He did an ode to Cody Rhodes. Nah, I'm me. I don't want to be no damn pillar. I stand on my own, and you tell me how many Owens have those pillars won. CM Punk walked to the ring in his street clothes. CM Punk, I'm not here to rain on your parade. I'm not mad at all. I am mad at anyone who, it's not you. I'm a little mad at myself, and if I look at you, I'm honestly a little proud of you, Ricky. I can't say I never cheated at anything in my life. I can win with the loss. Can you live? Can you live with the win, knowing you can't beat CM Punk without cheating? You want shot at the bag, Ricky? I'm the real world's champion. So it's taken basically a page out of Ric Flair's handbook. TNT champion Luchasaurus and Christian walk out to the. Yeah, it's so hot. I'm actually just wearing a silk robe, and that's it. Basically, that's how hot it is here today. It's crazy. Christian Cage. This is has taken a little too long for my liking. I don't want to spend any more time in New Jersey than I have to. Punk, what kind of married man carries around a championship he didn't win? Yeah, he won it. He never lost it, dumbass. Darby Allen walked behind Christian Cage and grabbed the microphone. Darby, Ricky, you know I hate the term pillars. At All Out, I'm going to become the new face of TNT, and I'm going to put some respect back on that championship. I didn't come to Collision to talk. Why don't we have a little tag match? Me and Punk versus Luchasaurus and Ricky. Or how about you, Christian? Tony Schiavone. Tony Khan just told me he made it official tonight. Ricky Starks and Christian Cage versus CM Punk and Darby Allin. Footage of played earlier of the day when Andrade El Idolo surrounded by AEW security. Andrade El Idolo was not allowed into the arena. Security told him management didn't want him in the building after what happened last week. They escorted Andrade out of the arena. Bullet Club Gold, Switchblade, Jay White, and Rock Hard Juice Robinson with the Gun Brothers versus Action Andretti and Darius Martin. Wow, Top Flight has taken a fucking gander. Yeah, we need to start having more matches for All In, and even start depositing some matches for All Out because it's getting ridiculous. Darius and Jay begin with a column elbow tie up. Jay White stomped Darius in the corner. White chopped Darius Martin. Action tagged in and hit a springboard tornillo on Juice Robinson for a near fall. Action and Darius hit double drop kicks on Juice. Juice connected with a side kick and tagged in Jay White. Jay grabbed Action and nailed him with a draping neck breaker off the apron onto the arena floor. Action countered with a vertical suplex from Juice with a cradle for a near fall. Martin tagged in and cleared house on Bullet Club Gold with a flurry of offense. Darius jumped onto the White with a crossbody press off the top rope. Good for a 2 count. Action nailed Bullet Club Gold with an Arabian press. Juice splashed Action and Darius in the corner with Cannonball. Sorry. Juice blasted Action with a left hand and a pendulum DDT. Jay smashed Action with a Blade Runner and pinned Action. Statement made, said Nigel. Yes, exactly. It's going to be like this. I swear to Jesus, August has been coming very busy for me. On top of all the wrestling, I'm planning my son's 18th birthday party. My dad's coming up. I am freaking out. My son's going to be starting an adult program for autistic children, autistic adults. I'm having anxiety issues. I'm not doing very well. All right. As a mother, I'm not doing very well. As a person, I'm freaking out here. I'm trying to get everything done. So we So we go into the Redeemer of Miro versus Nick Camarado. Nick Bush ambushed Miro, and Miro is making his entrance. Nick rammed Miro into the steel ring steps. Camarado hit Miro into the turnbuckles and followed up with a running lariat. Miro rallied back with a German suplex. Miro blasted Camarado with a big boot. Miro locked in game over and submitted Nick Camarado. Speaking of game over, I want to wish the King of Kings himself a happy belated birthday. And I know that you are a creator, and your father-in-law is a destroyer. Just try to enjoy the rest of the week, and hopefully that you're not doing SmackDown. Hopefully that you put your BFF, maybe William Regal, because I know he can fucking knock it out of the park. He is you when you're not there. Or hopefully fucking Vince is not going to give you a fucking horrible birthday present and fuck up SmackDown tonight. We have the AEW World Trios titles. House of Black, Buddy Matthews, Malachi Black, and Brody King versus The Acclaim and Daddy Ass. Oh my God. These two better shut up in front of Buddy Matthews, because they're going to fucking get a goddamn a black mass from Malachi through Buddy Matthews. They got to shut up about Mommy. They've got to shut up, because they're going to get their asses kicked. I mean, unless he has a little bit of an issue and he really is not secure with his relationship with Mommy. I mean, I would actually, to tell you the truth, I would actually like to see Dom and Mommy get together in real life. I would, it's just, that's me, they just look so good together, especially what Miss Ripley did with Dominic on NXT. Yeah, I saw it. She needed his assistance to stretch. I'm starting to question that whole company now. Anywho, the House of Black didn't wait for Max finishes his rap. They attacked the Acclaim and brawled them out around the ring. Malachi and Buddy double teamed Max with their tandem offense. Malachi rocked Caster with a back elbow. Brody clocked Caster with a stiff chops. Brody followed up with a senton. Daddy Ass tagged in and cleaned house on the House of Black, but then Malachi spun around and a roundhouse kicked and pinned Daddy Ass. It was like, and then what we thought was just a regular match, we don't know if Mr. Ass is now retired. We're gonna continue following this story, but Malachi whispered into Daddy Ass's ear and left them in the ring. Then left the ring. Billy Gunn began to unlace his wrestling boots. The Acclaim looked at him confused. Vance chanted, "You still got it. You still got it." Billy Gunn left his wrestling boots in the center of the ring and walked out without the Acclaim. Oh my God, it's going to be fucking crazy. You know what I would actually do? Move MJF and Adam Cole to All Out. All Out in Chicago. Have that fucking main event. I said it. Have that main event. That fucking Wembley Stadium will go fucking bananas. So they said, "I'm stunned. Is this the last Daddy Ass? Is this the last of Daddy Ass that we're going to see in AEW?" "I don't know," said Nigel. Next, Tony Schiavone was in the ring to interview AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood. Cash. So Aussie Open, the Acclaim, the Young Bucks, all tag teams, all real tag teams that we have unfinished business with. But we have next week, we have MJF and Adam Cole. And I get it. I understand. But guys, kind of like them right now. Do you trust MJF? Adam, listen to me. Do you trust Max? Because I don't. I, from firsthand experience, anyone remember the Pinnacle? I'm telling you right now, Adam, When this man tells you who he is, do not trust him. Next week, you're not going to beat FTR. Bay. Dax, it feels like to me that Adam Cole and MJF take this tag team championship match as a joke. It's comedy skits, it's the dance breaks. For me, for 10 long years, I've done everything I could just for an opportunity to make FTR the greatest tag team in professional wrestling. So next week in Harvard, Connecticut, there won't be any dance breaks or comedy. We are going to give Max and Adam something in the real world, threatening them with an ass kicking. Top guys out. Seeing El Helio Vikingo tomorrow will be awesome. You're gonna see that. You're gonna be treated to a fucking treat tomorrow. Enjoy that, Chris. Enjoy it. This I don't know. This women's division, it's just as bad as the women's division in WWE. They can't get their footing. They need to hire somebody to take the reins and get rid of Kenny Omega. Get Medusa. Get somebody else. Get Bull Nakano, for the love of God. She will take that fucking women's division and make it her bitch, okay? Sky Blue versus Taya Valkyrie. Taya shoved Sky Blue to the mat. Taya chopped at Sky. Taya knocked Sky down with a shoulder tackle. Taya Valkyrie knocked Sky off the ring apron. Taya Valkyrie followed up with a spear to the arena floor. Taya planted Blue with a Blue Thunder Bomb for a near fall. Blue closed the gap with a shotgun drop kick. Blue hit a crossbody press onto Taya for a near fall. Taya slammed Sky with a German suplex. She rocketed Sky Blue with a lariat. Taya curb stomped Blue, then pinned her. Taya, New Jersey, you're the worse than I thought. I know things haven't been going my way lately, but tonight against one of your little homegrown sweethearts, I've got the victory. And guess who else had a victory lately? Britt Baker. She won on Dynamite this past Wednesday, but it's against extra. Someone who is not on our level. So how about this Wednesday, Taya versus Britt Baker? Come on, play with me, Britt. I can't get into Impact Wrestling. First and foremost, I need a fucking break when it comes to wrestling during the week. Thursdays usually are now my break time. Usually Thursdays is when I catch up on all the rest of my TV shows. I'm going to give it one more opportunity. I'll tune in this Thursday and I'll legitimately, as soon as it's over, in fact, you know what? If you're following me on Twitter or X now, I'm going to do a live reaction thing. I'm going to, set my, phone up on my tripod thing, and I'm gonna do a live X live, whatever it is, on Twitter. So come and follow me over there, and then I can give you my thoughts on it as we're going. And if it takes. There's always a thing that if you want to see if it works, try it 7 times. After the 7th time, you don't like it. I'm just so glad that they got rid of fucking not Matt Striker. Matt Striker is up there with them all. Who was it? It was oh my god, who thought that he was the fucking shit. What's her face? Husband. Oh god, it was right before Tom Phillips. What's his face? If you know, please let me know. I'm drawing a fucking blank. It's not Switcher. Please help me out. It was right. It was the announcer that legitimately I thought fucking KP was bad. Well, if you want to join me there or whatnot, I will, because I can't go live here because I'll get a content strike. I'm going to keep my television really low, and we'll hope for the best. But I need to know that fucking goddamn announcer that I can't think of, that was legitimately, like, I wanted to take the fucking TV and just see if I could cut out his commentary. I'm serious. Main event time: CM Punk and Darby Allin, Absolute versus Absolute Ricky Starks and Luchasaurus. Christian Cage. Punk cradled Starks with a small package, but Starks kicked out. Punk went for the GTS right away, but Starks escaped and tagged in Christian Cage. CM Punk ran Christian into the turnbuckles, followed up with an arm drag. Punk and Darby utilized quick tags to isolate Christian and work over Christian's arm. Darby used a backslide for a near fall on Christian. Punk tagged in and connected with a leg lariat on Christian Cage. Punk and Darby hit double clotheslines on Stark and then on Christian. Punk connected with a tope onto them. Darby nailed Stark and Christian with a coffin drop. Scorpius guys in the skybox watching the match. Punk now starts with a swinging neck breaker. Darby tagged in and blasted Christian with a cutter. He used a code red on Starks. Darby tried with a tope suicida onto Luchasaurus, but Luchasaurus blocked it with a stiff shoulder, shrugging off Darby's high-flying offense. CM Punk body slammed Starks and served one up to Christian. Then Punk followed up with knee strikes. Punk hit bulldog clotheslines combo on Christian Cage and Ricky Starks. Punk dropped Christian with a clothesline for a near fall. It was Aiden English, and I believe if I'm not mistaken, it was not Velvet Sky. It was the other one, Madison Reigns' husband. I can't think of the guy's name, and he's got that annoying, like, he thinks that he's fucking better than Mauro Ranallo. All right. CM Punk hit a crossbody press on Christian, but Christian rolled through with Punk's momentum. Christian covered Punk for a 2 count. Punk rallied back with an elbow drop, dropped off the top rope for a near fall. Aiden English is great. Stryker is great. Phillips is great, and Huffman, I think his real name is Horton or something like that. But I can't think of the other one. The one that was in WWE, and now he was in Impact. I couldn't stand his voice. Starks tagged in and Punk attempted the GTS, but Starks blocked it. Punk and Starks exchanged forearms in the center of the ring. Punk leveled Starks with a high kick to the head. Darby tagged in, but Starks planted him with a Rochambeau. Darby Allin impaled Starks with a reverse DDT off the turnbuckles for a near fall. Punk rocked Christian with a GTS outside the ring. Darby climbed to the top rope, but while the ref was distracted by Punk and Christian, Luchasaurus decked Darby Allin. Starks cradled Darby, held onto the ropes, and pinned Darby. Once an accident, twice a pattern. Are you kidding me, Ricky Starks? Asked Ian. Can lightning strike twice? Yes, it can if you are Ricky Starks, replied Nigel. So we're going to go into Dynamite, and then I'm going to do a little bit of break so we can get you transitioned over to WWE. Josh Matthews, oh, for the love of God, I need more brain. I need brain food at this point. I remember the stupidest fucking things in my life. Oh my God, seriously. But we're gonna go into Dynamite, and that will be concluding AEW coverage. So strap yourself in. And we were coming from the MVP Arena in Albany, New York. Basically, my neighborhood, because I'm in Long Island. Guess what we started with? I'll give you 3 guesses. The first 2 guesses don't count. Yes, we started with Orange Cassidy's 27th title defense for the AEW International Championship. Orange began the match with head games, but Fox managed to apply the body scissors to the champ. Orange wiggled out of the hold, but Fox countered a shotgun dropkick attempt. Fox was looking for a cutter, but Orange anticipated it and rolled out of the ring. AR Fox vaulted off the ring post and moonsaulted onto Orange on the arena floor. Orange came back with a stun dog millionaire for on Fox. Fox connected with a mule kick off the ropes and then followed it up with a stunner of his own. Fox nailed Orange with a twisting brainbuster for a 2 count. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Chris. I love you. The fans chanted, "This is awesome. This is awesome." Fox smashed Orange with a senton off the top for a near fall. Orange picked up a sense of urgency and stuck Fox with a DDT and then a beach break for a 2 count. Cassidy went for an orange punch, but Fox turned Cassidy's momentum against him, setting him on the top turnbuckle. Fox took Orange down with a low maintain. Fox planted a champion with a DDT for a near fall. Orange rolled out of the way of Fox 450 splash. Fox may have twisted his ankle on the landing. Orange caught Fox in the mouse trap and pinned Fox. After the match, Orange Cassidy handed over his aviator sunglasses as a sign of respect. Fox took the sunglasses, crushed them in his hand. Fox next Orange with a cheap shot. I think Fox's frustration just got the better of him, speculated Excalibur. Darby ran down the ramp and questioned AR Fox. "This is embarrassing. What the hell was that?" asked Darby. Darby yelled at Fox and told him to go to the locker room. John Moxley came out of nowhere and spiked Orange Cassidy with a Death Rider. So I guess he's going after the International Championship. "This just come out completely unglued," said Excalibur. Renee Paquette was backstage to interview Don Callis and Chris Jericho. Callis, you know the outpouring of interest from the fans and the media about the potential of the greatest of all times, Jericho, joining the Don Callis family has led me to believe that we're really going to give the people something. Chris, no pressure, but I have taken the liberty of arranging the situation where you can be in a tag team match with your partner Takesha, the guy who said was the future of wrestling. Imagine the dream team: Jericho, Takesha, the family, maybe one tag team match. Doesn't that get the creative juices flowing? Jericho, Takesha is amazing, and I'm willing to give it a try. Callis, the best part is your opponents is Danny Garcia and Sammy Guevara. Danny and Sammy, Jericho said. Callis said you wanted them to spread their wings. You wanted them to fly on their own. I mean, this is perfect, really, when you begin to think about it. Jericho, yeah, I'll do it. Callis, to commemorate the next step in joining the Don Callis family, I took the liberty of commissioning a new art piece commemorating our 1985 promo that it aired on Dynamite with Bad News Allen. This is you and I, Chris, like a couple of gods at play, just like we were back in the 90s. Look at that. You know Bad News wants us to be together. Jericho, that's really big. I can't carry that around. Callis, that's right. I know the perfect place. You do your thing. The Blackpool Combat Club backstage. We're backstage. Claudio, for all you kids at home, do not play with fire. Here's a little public service announcement for all the kids around. Don't mess with the Blackpool Combat Club. Back, bastard. If you think after what you pulled at Blood and Guts that the beating you got at Death Before Dishonor at my hands was anything about the beginning, you are sorely mistaken, and you couldn't even take that like a man. Moxley, that's right. There's is what happens when you try to flex on my friends when I'm not even in the building. If there's anybody else who thinks they're the coolest cat in the room, well, here's a warning. Stay in your lane. Lucha Brothers, best friend, you're going to pay for Pac's mistake, and you're going to get hurt. Tony Schiavone was in the ring to interview the new FTW champion, Jack Perry. Jack Perry was wearing orange and black and had a t-shirt that said, "I beat Hook." Jack Perry, you're damn right I beat Hook. And after one loss, this guy realized he can't hang with the big boys. And he got on a train to nowhere. When I said I was going to win myself a championship, I sure hell wasn't talking about this one. This champion was created in a second-class company full of scumbags like all of you fans. This title was never recognized, but as soon as I put my hands on it, it became the real deal because I'm the real deal. I'm that damn good. Jack, Jack, please, let me tell you something. You're gonna get a cease to desist by fucking Paul Levesque. You're not that damn good, okay? You're good, but not that damn good. Please. Taz, I would run circles around you and all of your dirtbag friends back in the day as well. Jerry Lynn walked down to the ramp and got into the ring. Jerry Lynn, that's enough, Jungle. Jerry, Jack Perry, hey, old man, I'm no longer Jungle Boy. I'm Jack Perry. Jerry Lynn, I don't care what you call yourself. Let me remind you of one of the things in ECW. We paved the way for this younger generation. Without ECW, there would never have been Jungle Boy. So go ahead and keep running your mouth. You will get your ass kicked. Yeah, I'm wondering why they keep bringing up ECW. What is fucking Tony Khan trying to buy ECW from WWE? That shit's not going anywhere, all right? That's theirs. They've fucking paid through the nose for that. So stop it. Enough with this, okay? Stop thinking ECW is part of AEW. It's not, all right? Stop bringing it up, okay? Jack Perry, me, I'm going to get my ass kicked. I like to see who's going to kick my ass. Jerry Lynn, drop the microphone onto the mat. Jack Perry, okay, I'm obviously not dressed for a fight now. So relax. We're going to do this at my own time. But since you're feeling so ballsy, how about next week come out here to my ring and we'll see who gets their ass kicked. Sweetheart, oh my God, my ring. You haven't fucking goddamn pissed long enough to call it your ring, okay? Please. You've won 2 titles in AEW, okay? Renee Paquette was backstage with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Baker, thank you for reminding the people I am a former AEW Women's World Champion. Face of the company and the baddest bitch on the block. No, sorry, sweetheart. You're not the baddest bitch on the block. I would suggest you get in the ring with Rhea Ripley, okay? So, Taya, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little surprised that you called me out on Collision, but thank you. I'm excited this first time matchup. But Taya, you want to swim with the sharks? I'm going to drag your ass to the deep end. TBS is the Brit show. Okay, whatever. Bastard Pac versus Gravity. Pac is 13-1 in this past 14 AEW single matches. Gravity hits a dropkick on Pac and then hit a second dropkick to take down Pac. Gravity cracked Pac with a forearm. Pac eventually caught up with Gravity and destroyed him with a dropkick through the ropes. Gravity scoop slammed Pac onto the arena floor. Gravity followed up with a standing splash off the apron. Gravity connected with a high crossbody press onto Pac. The bastard began to punish Gravity with series kicks. Pac spiked Gravity with an avalanche brainbuster. Pac floated over and locked on the brutalizer, forcing Gravity to submit. And that was that. It was like legitimately Pac is going to be over for like 2 or 3 weeks. They're going to get his whatever he needs to get in, and then he's going to go back to England. I'm sorry, but if my company is based here in New York, in the United States, and I hire somebody and they don't want to move, then they're not going to get hired. Footage aired last week when Renee Paquette interviewed the Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament winners. AEW champion MJF and Adam Cole spoke ahead of their upcoming match against AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR, which takes place this Saturday on Collision. So it's tomorrow. So strap yourself in. It's going to be a banger. MJF, FTR, I like you boys better than you were my lackeys. To be honest, that was the pinnacle of your careers. Dash rocking a mullet in 2023. Dax, I'm so sick of your Mr. Clean Yosemite Sam looking ass in front of this camera with this microphone saying the same stuff over and over again. I love my wife. I love my baby daughter. I love this business. No flips, just this. Yeah, Dax. Well, This is what's going to happen. I'm going to take my fist, and on July 29th on Collision, I'm going to punch you so hard in the face. You're going to have no choice to spit out CM Punk's jockstrap because we're winning those AEW Tag Team Champions because this business, there is only three initials better than three initials that matter, and it's not FTR, it's MJF because we're better than you. And Adam Cole, baby, says baby. The truth to be told, I wanted to talk to you, Max. When the tournament started, it was all about winning gold. But I'm going to be totally and completely honest. It's become about friendship for me. I never in a million years did I think that we're going to become friends. Max, I want to make this very clear, or else I won't sleep tonight. You have nothing to worry about when it comes to the AEW World Championship. I'm just giving it to you. I was just giving it to you. MJF says, I know. Adam Cole, but what you've given me, your friendship means the world to me because Max, you're not just my best friend, not my close friend. You're becoming one of my best friends. MJF, I've been thinking long and hard, win or lose or draw, July 29th on Collision. I want you to know I'm going to give you a rematch for the AEW World Championship because I know how much it means to you. Adam Cole, are you serious? Roderick Strong stormed onto the stage set and shoved MJF. Strong, don't trust him. I saw the look in your eyes. He's going to turn on you, Adam, and you're going to regret trusting him. Cole, Roddy, stop. Max, please give me and Roddy a second. Roddy, you've got to be kidding me. I love you like a brother. I would do anything for you, but you're acting insane. You're acting crazy. What you're doing is pushing me away. I have other friends, Roddy, and you need to trust me if you want to be mine. I'm going to talk to Max. Sean, you're making a big mistake. Darby Allin versus Swerve Strickland. Darby held onto a headlock. Darby launched off the top rope with an arm drag to Swerve. Swerve vaulted over the top rope, but Darby was waiting for him and countered with a code red on the arena floor. Darby coffin splashed Swerve against the barricade. Swerve launched himself off their steel ring steps and rocked Darby with a kick to the side of the head. Swerve connected with a leaping flatliner and hit a big suplex for a near fall. Darby, Swerve, and Darby near fall on Darby. Swerve and Darby traded pinfall attempts. Darby stepped through with the Last Supper, but Swerve managed to kick out. Darby speared Swerve through the ropes, sending both competitors crashing hard onto the arena floor. Darby attempted a cannonball through the ropes, but Swerve suckered Darby onto it, nailing Darby with forearms. Swerve smashed Darby with the Swerve stomp for a 2 count. Darby used the over-the-top stunner on Swerve. Darby climbed to the top rope, but Swerve pulled Darby spoof out from beneath him. Swerve decimated Darby with a Death Valley driver off the turnbuckles on to the ring apron. Darby tried to climb back into the ring, but he was doing so far. AR Fox ran out and rammed Darby into the ring post. Swerve finished him off Darby with the JML driver and pinned him. AR Fox stomped on Darby after the match, but Nick Wayne ran to even up the odds. AR Fox cracked Nick Wayne in the back with a Darby skateboard. Apparently, the newest member of the Mogul Embassy is AR Fox, said Excalibur, and Prince Nana handed him a embassy t-shirt. The Jericho Appreciation Society approached Jericho's dressing room, and they go inside and whatnot. Jericho invited them inside. The portrait of Callis Jericho and Bad News Allen was hanging on the wall. Jericho, it's a gift from Don, but who cares about the painting? How is everything doing? How's the baby doing? Hey, Mello, the baby's doing great, but the real question is what's going on with you, Chris? Angela Parker, Chris, this entire group means the world to me. I think it means the same to you, but I'm not entirely sure anymore. Anna JAS, you know what? If you won't say it, I will. You're being selfish. Jericho, I'm being selfish? Yeah. You know, we spent all this time appreciating you. I don't think you appreciate us. So until you do so, like Jake said, we can't give you our 100%. Jericho, come on, guys. You think this is easy for me? Matt, yeah, it looks pretty easy. Figure it out and fast. This next match, I am telling you, I would have preferred to watch fucking 25 fucking matches of fucking Charlotte Flair than this debacle. I'm telling you, who's ever fucking booking this division is pissing me off. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Taya Valkyrie, and you're not getting the fucking LA Knight stuff, okay? It's only reserved for him now until this gets better. Taya Baker locked up, and Taya used her strength to drive Baker down. Taya took Baker off her feet again with a shoulder block. Taya rocked Baker with a running knees into the corner. Taya chopped at Baker and then hit a lariat. Taya ground and pound, but Britt Baker grounded and pounded Britt Baker. Taya charged into the corner, but Britt evaded her. Britt drove her knees into the side of Taya's head. Britt rocked Taya with a ripcord. Oh, my nose is so itchy today. I'm so sorry. Taya got to her feet, and she and Britt traded forearms. It's tuning into a slugfest, guys, said Tony Schiavone. Taya blasted Britt with a roundhouse kick. Baker answered with a thrust kick. Taya counted a DDT. Britt with a Northern Lights suplex. Britt hit a thrust kick on Taya. Baker smashed Taya with a Panama Sunrise, but Taya kicked out at 2. Can we please do us a favor, Brett? Stop using your man's fucking moves, okay? Come up with your own moves, okay? I love you, girl, but you're pissing me off. Taya speared Baker. Taya tried for a road to Valhalla, but Baker countered with a lockjaw and Taya tapped out. She earned that one, said Schiavone. Main event. We have a 3-way tag team match. Best Friends versus the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Lucha Brothers. And I don't understand this. Why do we have the Ring of Honor World Champion teaming up with Jon Moxley? Just saying. All 3 members brawled around the ring. Chuck Taylor threw Mox off the ramp, and then hit a stage dive onto the BCC. Trent nailed Ray Phoenix with a big knee strike. Moxley followed through with a cutter. Trent on Trent. Claudio blasted Phoenix with a European uppercut. Trent DDT Claudio for a near fall. Trent followed up with a side suplex. Trent attempted with a tope suicida, but Claudio countered with a European uppercut. Moxley tagged in and smashed Trent with a King's Kong lariat. Chuck tagged in and unloaded Mox with chops. Mox turned him around and blasted Chuck with a body shot. Chuck nailed Mox with a German suplex. Penta El Zano Miedo tagged in and clapped Chuck with 2 sling blades and then a backstabber. The Lucha Brothers used double thrust kicks on the BCC, but the BCC fought back with a double lariats. Best Friends spiked the Lucha Brothers with stereo pile drivers. Moxley drilled Ray Phoenix with a paradigm shift. Claudio was wearing out Chuck with a hammer and anvil and elbows. He powerbombed Chuck Taylor. The PCC was standing tall and dominant, ready to fish off Trent with Orange Cassidy came out. Cassidy pulped Wheeler Yuta with an orange punch. Moxley and Orange began to slug it out on the arena floor. Trent squashed Claudio with a scrunchie, but Claudio wasn't the legal man. Penta clobbered Trent for the fear factor and pinned him. Penta, the legal man, scores the win. The BCC in the driver's seat, but what percentage are they after Blood and Guts a week ago, said Excalibur. As the show goes off the air, Excalibur receives word from Tony Khan next week as part of the landmark 200th episode of Dynamite. It'll be anything goes match, pinning Jon Moxley versus Trent Beretta versus Penta El Zano Miedo. And they will be coming from the Yuling Center in Tampa, Florida. So that is the AEW portion of the weekly show and everything. Please do me a favor. While you're on here, please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell, all my notifications. Again, please go check me out on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Facebook. I'm trying to get back my Snapchat. I'm sick of that. I'm more missing the camera than anything else. So it is what it is. All right, now we're gonna go to SmackDown and Raw, and then I'll get you out of here, and you can enjoy the rest of your Friday. Oh, excuse me. Where the hell is it? Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. SmackDown from last week. They had Charlotte Flair versus Io Sky, Roman Reigns. It rules of engagement with Jey Uso, United States Championship Invitational, Rey Mysterio versus Sheamus versus Cameron Grimes versus L.A. Knight. So we started off the show with the opening package, and Roman Reigns is showing walking backstage with Solo Sequoia and Paul Heyman. We have the United States Invitational, and the match starts with all the men start brawling. Rey Mysterio is sent outside. Knight sends Sheamus out of the ring. He hits a blithering battering ram shoulder to Grimes and sends him outside the ring. Sheamus knocks down LA Knight coming out of the commercial. Grimes sent Mysterio into the barricade. Sheamus hits a rolling senton, cover 1-2 kick out. Sheamus sends Knight to the apron and hits a clothesline. Sheamus and Mysterio hit 10 beats of the Bataran on Grimes and Knight. Sheamus hits an Irish Curse backbreaker on Mysterio. Grimes attacks both Mysterio and Sheamus and hits an insecurity on Knight. He plants Mysterio cover 1-2. Sheamus breaks it up. Sheamus with a backbreaker to Grimes. Knight drags Sheamus out of the ring and drives him into the apron. Mysterio with a baseball dropkick on Knight. He sends Knight into the ring and climbs to the top rope, but is stopped. Sheamus powerbombs Grimes and Earl takes out Knight and Mysterio. Come back from the commercial break. Mysterio with a Hurricane Rana sends him into Theory's chair. Sheamus dives onto Mysterio and Grimes. He sends Grimes into the barricade. He hits a flying clothesline on Knight. He follows it up with a white noise, cover 1-2 kick out. He goes for a bro kick, but Knight slams him. Cover 1-2. Mysterio makes the save. Knight drives Sheamus to the mat. Covers 1-2. Mysterio makes the save. Mysterio and Grimes collide in the ring. Mysterio with a Hurricane Rana on Sheamus and Grimes. He hits the 619. Cover 1-2. Theory pulls him out of the ring and sends him into the steel steps. Santos Escobar comes out and attacks Theory and chasing him away. Knight hits elbow drop. Sheamus hits bro kick and Grimes hits cave in on Sheamus. Ray hits a Hurricane Rana. And he picks up the win. So we go to backstage. Theory meets Pierce backstage. He wants a match against Santos Escobar tonight, but a non-title match. Pierce says he will make that official. So it defeated the purpose of the match almost 2 weeks ago. Charlotte Flair versus Io Sky. The match starts and Charlotte knocks down Io. Io comes back with a drop kick. Flair with a big boot knocking Io down from the apron. She goes for a dive and misses. Io hits a Hurricane Rana. Come back from commercial break. Io hits a Meteora. Cover 1-2 kick out. Flair fights back with a fallaway slam. She then hits a clothesline. Cover 1-2 kick out. Flair with a backbreaker. She sets Io on the top rope. Bayley distracts Flair and Io hits a sunset flip. Powerbomb, 1-2 kick out. Shotzi appears on the Titantron and scares Bailey, who walks away from the ring in fear. Sky goes for a moonsault, but she stopped. Flair sent into the second turnbuckle. Io goes for a moonsault and misses. Flair goes for a moonsault, but Sky gets her boot up. Io locks in the crossface, but Flair escapes. Sky goes for a missile dropkick. Flair catches her and locks in the Boston Crab. Io escapes and hits a dropkick. Flair hits a spear on Sky, cover 1-2 kick out. Flair with a German suplex on Io. Flair covers and gets the win. Charlotte Flair wins. And she's Money in the Bank Io. So we all know that she's going to be the first one to not succeed in her cash-in. After the match, Asuka attacks Flair and locks in the armbar. Taylor interviews Dominic, who says he wants to show Ray what a real champion looks like. He says if Ray wins, he will be the champion of the U.S., while he is the champion of North America. Butch challenges him to a title match. Dominic says there's no one here from NXT to make it official. Shawn Michaels walks in and says the match is basically it's a go. Roman Reigns backstage, and he looks at Solo Sikoa, who nods back at him. Austin Theory versus Santos Escobar. Before we go to this match, Io and Bailey argue backstage. Bailey sees a photo of herself pinned to her bag. She asks Io to grab her things, and they leave. The match starts. We get back into the ring, and we have the match. Austin Theory versus Santos Escobar. The match starts, and Escobar hits a dropkick. Theory comes back and attacks him in the corner. He then hits a DDT. Escobar attacks Theory in the corner. Cover 1-2 kick out. Escobar sends Theory out of the ring. We come back from commercial break. Escobar hits an enziguri. Theory then on Theory. He then hits a suicide dive. Theory gets back in the ring. Escobar with a Hurricane Rana. Theory sends Escobar to the ring apron. He comes back with a flying crossbody. Cover 1-2 kick out. Theory with a neck breaker to Escobar. He goes for an 8-count down, but Escobar catches him with a boot to the face. He sets Theory on the top rope and hits a Hurricane Rana. He then hits a running knees in the corner and follows it up with a Phantom Driver for the win. And you know that now he's going to lose tonight against Rey Mysterio. Unless Dominic fucking fucks this all up. And we're supposed to have a hair versus mask. We were supposed to start the build. Where is that match? Are we going to do it at WrestleMania this coming year? Most likely. So Lashley was backstage and he's joined by Carmelo Hayes, the NXT champion, and Trick Williams, and they start talking. The North American Championship, Dominic Mysterio versus Butch. The match begins and Dominic knocks down Butch, who comes back with a clothesline. Butch goes after the arm of Dominic. He goes for an armbar, but Dominic gets to the ropes. Rhea hands a steel chain to Dominic. Rhea distracts the referee. Ridge comes out and scratches and snatches the chain. Butch and slams Dominic. Come back from commercial break. Pretty Deadly comes out to the ringside. Dominic plants Butch. Butch comes back and attacks Dominic in the corner. He kicks him across the chest. He hits a German suplex. Wilson attacks Ridge. Butch knocks down Wilson, who runs away. Ridge chases Prince away. Rhea attacks Butch. Dominic sends him into the post and picks up the win, and he retains the championship. Dominic Mysterio wins. So after all of that, I just want to make you aware that he's main evented not only NXT, SmackDown, and Monday Night Raw in 1 week. Okay? Jey Uso goes out to the ring. They come back from the commercial break. Roman Reigns' music plays and comes to the ring with Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman. Paul gets on the mic. If he still wants to do this. Jey says he still wants to do this, and Roman is making him do this. Roman says Jey doesn't get it. He says Jey is just a pawn in this game. Reigns signs the contract and passes it to Jey, who tears it up. He says they don't need a contract. He says This is tribal combat now. Roman asks whether the elders know about this. Jay says it's their idea. He then lists the things he wants to do to Roman in their tribal combat. Roman asks him and the crowd to shut up. He then gets up and keeps the title on the table to the match. Jay repeats, "This is tribal combat now." That means the head of the table is on the tribal chief. Reigns removes the tribal garland and places it on the belt. He stares down at each other, Solo, and they embrace. They do the handshake and everything like that. Solo goes for a spike, but Reigns stops him, and Jay super kicks Solo. Reigns slowly walks away from the ring, and that was the way SmackDown ended. So it should be very interesting what's going to go on tonight. Monday Night Raw, and I'll get you out of here. Monday Night Raw had Tommaso Ciampa versus Bronson Reed, World Heavyweight Championship contract signing. Becky Lynch versus Zoe Starks. If Becky loses, she has to get some sort of tattoo on her chest about Trish. Ricochet face-to-face with Logan Paul, and Cody Rhodes' response to Brock Lesnar. We have an opener. The Judgment Day head to the ring. Damian Priest says something in Spanish. Rhea Ripley says, now they run all of WWE. Finn says they have the Women's World Champion, Senor Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, and the next World Heavyweight Champion. Balor then asks to replay Dominic Mysterio's win on NXT. So if you were to watch it, Dominic was not in the ring with Finn, Rhea, and Priest. Rhea says it's her honor to introduce the new NXT North American champion, Dominic Mysterio. Dominic's theme song, and he walked out to the ring. Dominic says he is the new NXT North American champion. He asked to roll his tribute package to celebrate his victory. So Kevin Owens comes out and with Sami Zayn. Owens says he's almost sure that they did the same thing last week. He says Dominic tried to talk last week as well, but nobody wanted to listen to him. He says what gets to him is when people don't learn. He then tells Dominic no one cares about what he has to say. Owens says the best thing that he could do for this business is to shut his mouth forever. Dominic says he won't be disrespected. Sami says that because no one respects him, that he suggests that he can earn some respect if he goes one-on-one with Sami Zayn tonight. Dominic asks to come and get some. Sami asks Dominic to put the title on the line. Rhea accepted. Becky Lynch versus Zoe Starks. The match begins with Lynch attacks Stark in the corner. Lynch knocks down Stark, cover 1-2 kick out. Becky sends Stark out of the ring. Lynch goes after her and sends her into the ring. Starks come back with a springboard drop kick, cover 1-2 kick out. Lynch sends Stark in the barricade, coming back from commercial, and sends her into the ring. Lynch climbs the top rope and hits a leg drop. Cover 1-2 kick out. Lynch sends Stark outside the ring and attacks her. She sends her into the ring. Trish headbutts her and sends her into the ring. Starks knocks down Lynch, cover 1-2 kick out. And by the way, if Lynch wins, she gets another match with Trish Stratus. Basically, at SummerSlam. You know what? I'm really fucking hilarious. She's supposed to be retired. Correct me if I'm wrong. So supposedly Charlotte Flair has had Trish's last match. So that fucking whole situation was all for naught. And I think it should have been Sasha Banks. I'm Mercedes Renato. That's just me. But you know, Charlotte Flair, if she doesn't get what she wants, she'll have a temper tantrum. Like, I'm Charlotte Flair. I'm the queen. And I get what I want. All I gotta do is fucking throw a temper tantrum like a 4-year-old. So Starks goes for a Z360, but is blocked. Becky, who hits a Bexploder suplex, Lynch with a suplex, and she transitions to an armbar, but Starks Stark powers out of it. Cover 1-2 kick out. Stark goes for a Phoenix Splash and misses. Lynch locks in an disarmor. Trish distracts the referee, and Starks takes advantage. She goes for a dive, but Becky catches her and hits a manhandle slam for the win, and Becky Lynch wins. Cody Rhodes is backstage, and he goes out to the ring after the commercial break. He gets on the mic and he says, we've seen the clip of Lesnar beating him up with a chair in front of his mother. He says he's impressed. He lists Lesnar's achievement. He says his mother wasn't impressed. Cody says his mother knew that Brock made a mistake last week, which he left him breathing. He says he wants to go to SummerSlam to embarrass Lesnar. Cody says he wants to beat Lesnar at SummerSlam because it is what he deserves. He then says he will end this at SummerSlam and walk away. Jackie interviews Ricochet, who says he is happy Logan is coming to Raw. He says they are going to take care of some business when he shows up tonight. So we have the North American Championship. Dominic Mysterio versus Sami Zayn. Could you imagine if this title was in NXT when Sami Zayn was in there? The match with him with Shinsuke Nakamura has got to be my highlight with his matches in WWE. The match starts and Sami Zayn takes down Dominic with an arm drag. Zayn sends Dominic out of the ring and dives onto him. Sami attacks Dominic in the corner. Sami climbs up to the top rope. Rhea Ripley distracts the referee, and Priest throws him off. Owens knocks Priest off the apron. The referee ejects Owens, Priest, and Ripley from ringside. Sami with a Michinoku driver on Dominic. Cover 1-2 kick out. Dominic rolls to the apron and hangs Sami on the ropes, but he comes back with a clothesline. Cover 1-2 kick out. Sami climbs to the top rope, but is stopped. Dominic is knocked off the top rope. Sami goes for a dive, but Dominic catches him with a drop kick. Cover 1-2 kick out. Sami goes for a Blue Thunder Bomb, but Dominic hits a Hurricane Rana. He goes for a 619 and misses. Sami hits a Blue Thunder Bomb. Cover 1-2 kick out. Dominic with a drop kick. He then follows it up with a 619. Cover 1-2 kick out. Dominic hits 3 amigos on Sami. Dominic goes for a frog splash, but Sami gets the knees up. He hits an exploder suplex. Priest, Rhea distracts Sami, and Dominic rolls him up for the win because they brought Kevin Owens out and they kicked the crap out of him. So Dominic retains. Owens in the trainer's room getting a shoulder checked. Ricochet runs into Shinsuke Nakamura and asks him if he's seen Logan. He says he hasn't. Ciampa shows up and says what happened last week was a mistake and they are even. He warns him tonight against interfering in his match with Bronson Reed. So we have Judgment Day is walking backstage. Dominic asks Cruz to show some respect. Cruz says he would like to see Priest to try intimidate him. Priest says he will receive his punishment tonight. We have Tommaso Ciampa versus Bronson Reed. The match begins with Ciampa attacks Reed and sends him outside the ring. Both men exchange strikes on the apron. Ciampa attacks Reed in the corner. Reed comes back with a power slam. Cover 1-2 kick out. Ciampa locks in a sleeper hold, but Reed slams Ciampa. Reed knocks down Ciampa and hits a elbow drop on him. Ciampa rolls out of the ring. Reed goes for a dive from the apron, but Ciampa catches him with a drop kick. We come back from commercial break. Reed goes to work on Ciampa and hits a power slam. Ciampa comes back with a reverse DDT. Ciampa attacks Reed in the corner and kicks him. Ciampa goes for a fairy tale ending, but Reed counters and sits on him. Cover 1-2 kick out. Reed with a senton. Both men exchange strikes. Ciampa hits with a jumping knee. He then hits the air raid crash. Cover 1-2 kick out. Shinsuke Nakamura comes out to the ring side. Ciampa asks him to go back. Reed hits a shoulder tackle off the apron. Reed sends him into the ring and hits a tsunami for the win, and Bronson Reed is the winner. Byron Saxton interviews Liv Morgan, who says Raquel is hurting, but she will be back soon to take care of Rhea Ripley. She says Rhea is all hers tonight. Yeah. Bing. That's how I think of her. Bing. She blames Rhea for being the reason why they lost their titles. She says she was the last person who beat Rhea, and there's no way she's backing down. Sonia and Chelsea walk in and ask why weren't they interviewed. Byron says she interviewed them last week. Chelsea says everything revolves around her. Ripley walks in and they backtrack on their comments and run away. Rhea says she warned Raquel not to interfere in her business, but she didn't listen, and so she took her out, and she will take Liv out. Yeah, yeah. Liv says that Rhea is hers tonight. Every fucking man and woman wants to be her Rhea's tonight. Okay. So we see Seth Rollins talking to Adam Pearce backstage. So we have Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. This was stupid because now Liv Morgan is hurt. Okay. So Liv Morgan goes out to the ring. Rhea Ripley attacks her from behind and sends her into the post. She sends her into the barricade. Rhea grabs a steel chair, enters the ring. She headbutts. She places the chair around Liv's arm and stomps it. Rhea places it again, places the chair around her arm and stomps it. So it was a no contest. So we come back from commercial break. Liv is getting checked backstage and she is in tears. The Alpha Academy is backstage. Gable congratulates the Viking Raiders for the win, and then challenges them to an Academy rules match. Maxine says she's been embarrassed by Valhalla for weeks and challenges her to a match. Ricochet goes to the ring. Ricochet gets on the mic and asks Logan Paul to come out to the ring. He knows he's not hanging out in the locker room because everyone knows he doesn't belong here. He says Logan is good, but he is special every time he gets into the ring. He then says Logan is arrogant and then doesn't respect anything they do. Logan doesn't understand the sacrifices they make and never will. He says he wants the challenges of him. She challenges him to a match at SummerSlam. Logan Paul attacks him from behind, then accepts the challenge at SummerSlam. He says that he's going to show everyone why he's the best in WWE. Ricochet gets up and super kicks him, and then a shooting star press on Logan. Jackie interviews Shayna Baszler, who says she is sick and tired of hearing Ronda's name. She said she's going to settle this at SummerSlam. So we have Damian Priest and Apollo Crews. That's how fast it was. This is just feeding Damian Priest more and more. And you know what? I feel that if Finn doesn't get it, take the title off Seth Rollins. He does not need the title. He's a guy that doesn't need a title in WWE. He will always have that main event spot. So give it to somebody who can actually benefit it more. You've benefited enough. Okay? You've had your flowers. You've had the garden. You've had the fucking utopia. You've had the secret garden, for Christ's sakes. You've had fucking goddamn Irish clovers, a la Becky Lynch. Okay? So let's move on. So before this match with Damian Priest and Apollo Crews, Byron interviews Logan, who says what Ricochet did was unprofessional. He says next Monday he's coming for Ricochet. The match starts and Priest kicks Crews in the face. Crews comes back with a drop kick. He sends Priest out the outside. Crews kicks him in the face and performs a moonsault. Crews sends him into the ring with a crossbody cover 1-2 kick out. Priest fights back and attacks him in the corner. He then hits a broken arrow. Crews hits an enziguri. Priest comes back with the right hand. He hits a clothesline and Priest hits South of Heaven for the win. Done. Over with. Finite. Jackie interviews Becky, who says she has come to Tampa. She says it's not over until she wins. Imperium goes out to the ring. Come back from commercial break. Viking Raiders says no one likes to fight like the Vikings. Valhalla accepts Maxine's challenge. She then advised Maxine to consult the gods before she will need them. Drew McIntyre hits any hits, and he walks to the ring. McIntyre says he is here and he's dressed. He says they should do this right now. Gunther doesn't want to defend tonight. He says he humiliated Drew at WrestleMania. He accepts the match for SummerSlam. Drew says he was 18 years old when he met Sheamus, and they dreamt of having a singles match, and they had the match, but Gunther slid in to get the win. But at SummerSlam, it will be one-on-one, and he will become the new Intercontinental Champion. Kaiser says, "How dare you speak to Gunther like that?" McIntyre he says he likes Kaiser, says he should be the leader of Imperium. Kaiser says he won't let him disrespect Imperium. McIntyre challenges him to a fight, and Kaiser seemsly accepts. So we come back from commercial break. Again, another match that was blink and it was over. I swear, WWE needs to change. It's not World Wrestling Entertainment. It's World Entertainment Wrestling. Seriously. The match begins, and McIntyre knocks down Kaiser and follows it up with a body slam. He sends Kaiser out of the ring and sends Kaiser into the post. McIntyre drops down and sends him into the barricade. He sends Kaiser into the ring, who distracts McIntyre, and Kaiser sends him into the post. He sends McIntyre into the post and drop kicks him, sending him into the outside the ring. Come back from commercial break. McIntyre plants Kaiser from the top rope. McIntyre with multiple clotheslines and a German suplex. He then hits a net breaker. Drew delivers a Glasgow kiss to cover Kaiser. He goes for the Claymore kick, but Kaiser catches him with a kick. Cover 1-2 kick out. Kaiser with an enziguri, but McIntyre comes out with a Claymore to win, and McIntyre picks up the win. Gunther attacks McIntyre from behind with a German suplex and continues to attack him. Matt Riddle comes out to save him, but gets taken out with a powerbomb by Gunther. Gunther then delivers a big boot to McIntyre. McIntyre fires back with a powerbomb. Gunther powerbombs Gunther through a table. Jackie interviews Ronda Rousey, who says she accepts Shayna Baszler's challenge at SummerSlam. I was about to say WrestleMania. Give me the strength. Time for the contract signing, and I'm getting you out of here before an hour, 45 minutes, and it's only 3:30. This is fantastic. Balor says Priest is supposed to be here to oversee this chaos. He then says he and Seth is professionals, and hence they can handle this like gentlemen. He says Seth to come out and sign the contract. Seth's music, and he comes out. Balor signs the contract. Rollins says Balor has zero chance of walking out of SummerSlam as champion. He says miracles happen every day. In some way he gets lucky. He will have a shorter reign than the last time because Damian Priest will cash in on him. Rollins says SummerSlam is going to be the end of the Judgment Day. Balor signs the contract. Balor says Seth thinks he's so smart that he runs this place, but he doesn't. Judgment Day comes out to ringside, so it's like they kind of like swarm in. Even Rhea gets it on it, and I love it. Balor says he has been losing for 7 years. It's driving him insane. It's because Seth. Seth attacks Balor. He sends Dominic out of the ring, but Priest takes out Rollins with a briefcase. Sammy and Kevin come out, and the numbers are too much. Priest hits the South of Heaven on Sammy. Judgment Day goes back to attacking him again. Priest with a razor's edge, while Dominic hits a frog splash, and Balor hits a coup de grace. And that's basically about it. That's basically about it. I just wanted to double check with something. And so the whole thing is that I don't think Seth Rollins should be still champion. This fucking music shit, this singing shit, it's annoying. All right? It's really fucking annoying. It's obnoxious, in fact. And I really, I don't understand this, why WWE has to keep doing this. Because this is whomever goes up against Seth Rollins never fucking recovers and never fucking gets an Edward in edgewise. And it's not like a fucking goddamn song that, is going to be, in people's minds. It's humming. It's like when you go over to England, it's basically the thing with like Sami Zayn, basically, and it's obnoxious. You do it when you need to do it. It's not every fucking time. And this is what makes pisses me off. That you're trying to get this program started, and he and you're trying to get everybody on the show, and when you have the fucking crowd sing for 10 fucking minutes, then you gotta cut somebody else. I think fucking they really need to change Rollins' music. They need to, because it's obnoxious, and it's give me back the old version of fucking Seth Rollins' theme music. Burn it down, and then you have the when he was with the architect. I'll take that all day, every day. This is obnoxious. Makes me want to fucking turn the channel. So then, after this whole situation, Balor stalks Rollins in the ring now. Rollins is on his knees. The Judgment Day corners him. Rollins attacks first, but they beat him down. Priest with a razor's edge to Rollins. The Judgment Day stands tall in the middle of the ring, and Rollins is laid out. So basically, that was it. But yeah, I'm done with this. I'm completely fucking done with the whole situation with the music. I'm even getting him. It's getting obnoxious with fucking Cody Rhodes. One time during Raw is enough for me. Okay, one time enough, and I'm done. What is done is this episode 300. I'm sorry there was a little bit of a hiccup earlier, but it is what it is. But I will be watching the Great American Bash. I'm gonna also Thursday. I'm gonna set up my tripod and do a Facebook, do a Twitter live or X live, whatever it's going to be called now, and you'll get my reactions for Impact. I'm trying it again. I'm trying it again. I'm trying it again. I watch enough fucking wrestling to choke a horse at this point, but. I want everybody to have a great Friday. Rest of you Friday. Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy Great American Bash if you are watching it. Please do me a favor. Go check out harrys.com. Go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Check out Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. And if you are in Canada, check them out. They'll be coming, I think it's in September. So go check them out. And please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe all the videos, and subscribe, turn on my bell for all notifications. So when I go live, you'll know about it. Please check out my Twitter or X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Facebook. I am trying to get back my Snapchat. It's a pain in the ass. I can't even make up another account. I've lost like 3 people that I should have given phone numbers to, but I don't. And now they're probably wondering where the hell I am. Hopefully that they can get this, in the area and give me a shout out and everything. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week for episode 301. I have a great, and keep cool and be safe. All right. I love you all. Have a great weekend.